So without further ado, we're going to start our third streamed match of the day right here at California Billiards on table number 2. This is going to be a treat. We've got combination Jason Williams. I don't even know if he likes being called combination Jason anymore. And he's playing none other than Tang HOA, who is also a veteran U.S. Open player. In fact, he came in second place, losing to Buddy Hall in 1998. So this is like 21 years later. He's now trying to qualify for the U.S. Open by playing this very last qualifying spot event right here at California Billiards. This is Daniel Busch, and I'm joined by none other than Doug Whaley, who is a local, well, he's a player from the Bay Area. and I just want to, welcome you. Yeah, I don't think we've ever had you on the mic, Doug.
Not here, no. I was on just once before, but glad to be here. Glad to be around. Glad to be in a pool hall again. Had a little bit of ups and downs here the last year or so, but things are working themselves out, and it's good to see a lot of old familiar friends and faces at something like this as well too. And as far as Jason,
that's true. That's very true.
As far as Jason goes, he doesn't care what you call him. He's good with any name. He's good with any kind of notoriety.
Yeah, you're
Jason,
right.
He's a wonderful character, but he's still a character nonetheless.
That's true. That's true. So these guys are lagging for break, and I just want to mention, without making too much light of it, because I don't want to embarrass you, but when you say ups and downs that you've been through this year, I'd consider that a bit of an understatement. For those who don't know, Doug Whaley and his family, his wife, and you have kids at home too?
No, we're just our dog.
Doug and his wife were recent victims of the infamous Paradise Fire that took place just
November
7
8th.
months ago, 6 months ago.
It was November 8th.
November 8th, yeah.
So it's just not too long ago. My
lost your home, your cars?
Completely lost just pretty much everything. My wife was in Oklahoma City at the time visiting grandkids, so she had a suitcase of clothes. When I got the alert, I had about enough time to get my whatever I could save in about 30 minutes and fit into a Subaru. And the dog was first, and a suitcase of clothes was second, and I saved my cues and my wife's coin collection and a couple of other things.
Yeah.
And some paperwork that I could grab real quick, and just got out of Dodge. And everything else that everybody else knows is history. I'm still considering myself one of the fortunate ones here because of the fact that we're planned for something like this, and we've benefited, had a lot of really, really good resources, had a lot of outpouring of
Doug, a
assistance.
golden break. A golden break.
Yes.
Wow.
Good way to start it off.
Yeah. Sorry to cut you off.
No problems. And so we are on the road to recovery, and we just, our insurance company has been good to us, and long story short, we culminated that by purchasing a house in Rio Vista, California earlier this week, so we should be moving into that in about another 5 to 6 weeks or so. Plan on everything going smoothly with escrow, and we'll be back on the path again. So needless to say, we went from 19 years in one address to 4 addresses in the last 7 months. But
amazing. And I just have to say, congratulations. I'm so glad to hear the good news that you're moving. You've got a new place, a new home.
Well, I appreciate that, and I appreciate all the support that we've gotten from a lot of other people, including a lot of people who are watching the stream today. And a big shout out to my employer. Big shout out to Ryan Logston out of the Sacramento area. He started the GoFundMe for Sharon and myself, and just too many people, too numerous to count on right now. Still keep the rest of the folks up there in Paradise in your minds, and in Butte County as well too, because there are a lot of people there still much less fortunate than myself. We count our blessings every day. And with that being said, let's get back to some pool.
Let's do that. Maybe later what we'll do is if you can refer us to any links or information of how to help the victims of the fire, if anybody still would like to provide any assistance, that would be great too.
Well, the biggest one you can go to is ButteCountyRecovers.org. It's through the Butte County, their official webpage. There are several Facebook pages as well too. One called Rebuilding the Ridge, which is a real good page about a lot of homeowners that need information and legalese about how to the process of rebuilding their homes. Those who are going to stay there, and social media has been pretty good. And needless to say, these are historic times because nothing in this proportion is this caliber has happened before.
Yeah.
So
Wow. Well, something of a miracle, I got to tell you.
I also have to give my own personal shout out here to Chris Swart and to POVPOOL for giving me the opportunity to be here today as well too. I made sure there was time for it in the schedule, and it's been nothing but therapeutic for me so far. Especially winning their first match always helps.
Yes, you did. Who did you play?
I played Frances So and went through her 8-0, and I think she was just a little bit nervous. I got a couple of breaks. She got a couple of bad breaks.
Yeah.
And on a winter breaks format, I had pretty much control of the table most of the match. And I know she shoots better than she did that match. So hopefully she has a little epiphany coming up in the second round.
She plays a lot out of a family, is that
I believe,
correct?
yes. Yeah, I think that's her home there too.
In San Francisco. So we've seen a golden break here from Jason, and it looks like dry break. No, yes, a dry break, and now Jason opens up with a safety. Here's Tang HOA. Looks like he's using one of those carbon fiber shafts.
Yeah. Looks like he'll probably bank back with a very large pocket there down there by the 3-8, or come back with the safety himself.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he'll take on the bank.
Get a 2-for-1 out of it.
Oh, no. He's
just going to play the safe.
He's just using the 2 and the 9 for coverage.
Well, pretty well struck there.
That was a great shot.
Very great shot. He's got nothing less than a 2-rail kick at this.
Yeah.
Well, he could probably get 1, but 2 rails would be the better shot, so wider margin of forgiveness.
It's really hard to call who's got the edge in this match. I know that Jason is capable of beating anybody. We've seen it many times on POVPOOL. He's been known as a giant killer.
Sure.
And
what example of it there?
That was a great kick. He's a little tough on the 1, but this is not an easy layout either. The 3 balls up table by the 9. He's going to have to recover position here and play really well.
Yeah, you know Tang a little better than I do. I haven't seen him that much because he's primarily a Southern California player. But the one thing that changes for this match between two really good players is really who's got a strong break with a winner break format. You'll see that happen a lot here today.
That's true too. That's true too. Yeah, the diamond tables.
Yeah, the diamond tables, they seem to have soft shims on them, so they will hold the ball up.
So Tang, I've been seeing him win for 15 years. That's where I met Tang when I was 18 years old, and the first thing he ever said to me was, "Race at 3 for 10," and that was over at Charles Billiards in Glendale. And he has, done a lot since then. I mean, he went and lived in Hawaii for a couple years and played. But I've seen him play different speeds at different times in his life. And, now as he gets older and, he's more mature, I've seen him still change his game. He plays fast. He plays slow. I think he's going to take his time here, though, because I think he really wants to win. And like I said, it's really difficult to figure out who's got the edge in this. Now, here we go. Here goes a Massé shot going on here, maybe, that he is tempted to play.
Right. Well, this is an exceptionally strong matchup for this early in the tournament. I mean, if you had to pick 3 players who might be in the finals, these guys could be 2 of them, along with Chris Robinson.
Yeah.
And
I mean, we've seen Jason, beat Torsten Homan, beat Ronnie Alcano. We've seen him beat Jose Perica, Rodney Morris, Oscar Dominguez.
Yeah.
I mean, Jason has a resume that's a long one, and
not only that, but Jason's kind of been taking care of himself a little bit better as far as his alcohol consumption goes. He was, everybody knows him on social media. He's a famous pizza lover, but he's really put a little time. He's definitely put a little time in his game.
Watch out! Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Here we go. The big mass say here.
There's really, the kick is so difficult because that ball's so deep on the shelf that even if you do happen to squeak by the 5 ball, there's still a chance that you might miss that one. So
yes,
I think the Masse is probably the better shot unless you feel like you can tie balls up.
It looks like that might be what he's considering. All things considered, because the 3 is not exactly a cakewalk either.
He's just going to kick into it, I think. Or
looks like he's putting the 9 on the 3, or the 5, yeah.
Didn't do it. He's going to leave ball in hand.
Yep.
And not really cover the 5 ball. So,
well, the 2 to 3 is going to be the key to whether or not he gets out here. I'm not even sure the 3 goes if he gets all the way down there. He's kind of looking at it right now.
Yeah.
But there certainly would be if he gets himself in enough condition, enough situation, he can play his safety. But we'll see. We will see.
I'm going to venture to say that he can. He just has to get tight to the top rail there in order to get that position. Or he may actually just play a breakout of some kind.
Right. Looks like if anything else, he's going to come down off the bottom rail and then back towards the rail where he's at to see if he can kick the 8 out of the way.
This would be a really nice shot for him and a good opening little run. I mean, he's already broken a 9 ball in. That's going to be a foul.
Yes, I'm not sure if that's what he intended to do. Try to go around 3 rails, but or 2 rails. Well, we get ball in hand for Tang, and this looks like it's fairly standard run out from his wheelhouse.
Looks like he's actually got enough room just to draw back for the 5. Or is he just going?
Looks like he's going to follow around past the 8.
Yeah. Oh, he did flick on the 8, didn't he there?
Yeah, because he gave that punch stroke, so it went off the tangent and just caught it. But looks pretty standard from here.
Yeah, for those asking, there is a 3 foul rule in effect. And although the Matchroom Pool official 9-ball U.S. Open 9-ball rules are concerned, we will not be playing all ball foul in this event. It's only cue ball foul in this event. Just because of our shortage of referees and, very difficult to keep an eye on every table to see if somebody touched the ball.
Yeah.
So, but the 3 foul rule is in effect.
And Tang with a run out and the break.
Tang is there, and he ties it up. It's 1-1. Just a fair warning to you guys. Doug may be called in the next 15, 20 minutes for a match. But like I said, I'm really glad you came and played this event. And,
it's wonderful to be here. And it's wonderful to be actually closer now and centrally located and looking for a little sense of stability coming up here shortly.
So how much pool have you been playing lately? Because, There you go. There you
Yeah,
called your
there you
name
go.
within 15 seconds. Have you been playing a lot of pool?
I have not really been playing hardly any pool at all, just a myriad of things and responsibilities to get done, and I's to dot and T's to cross with all the paperwork going on and getting our lives back in order here. But I've managed to play one little local league up there at Gold Rush Billiards in Yuba City. Shout out to them.
Okay, good.
Chris and Christy McLean and family. Wonderful pool-oriented family, very supportive of pool in the Yuba City area.
Great.
Actually, a nice room too. I suggest anybody stop by there if they got nothing to do and they're going up in that area.
That's good. Oh, nice break.
And so, but for as far as my game, it's just really kind of getting in shape and just trying to play on instinct between here and Las Vegas, where I'll be playing a couple of singles in the BCA Nationals and trying to see if we can get to the finals in the Scotch doubles again.
Yeah.
I won't have to go through Tyler Steyer this time around. And
well, you've got to welcome matches like that. Come on,
Yeah.
man. That's like an opportunity.
yeah.
You know?
So,
Well, listen. I know you've got a match to get to.
so
Thank you, Doug. For
thank
checking
you.
in
We'll
with
check
us.
back in later. And thank you, Daniel.
All right, Doug Whaley, everybody. Definitely got to tip my hat off to him because he's been through hell and back since November 8th, and he deserves all the support and good fortune that he can get. And I was just very impressed by the way he handled everything after it all happened. So definitely got a lot of respect for him. It looks like Jason might be going for his jump cue. He's getting his jump cue. He's going to jump this. This is probably, I think, the first jump shot I've seen in this event. Hey, Divish. Yeah. Divish is going to join us. What a treat. Say that again.
First time for everything.
Oh,
Almost.
Jason is usually a favorite to make those shots. Usually. Pretty high percentage of making those shots.
Looks like he has an edge over here on the one ball.
I'm sitting here with Divish Babu. He is he's playing in this event, and we've streamed him before. It's great to have you here. Great to be back.
Thanks, Daniel. Good to be here. Glad you guys are covering this. It's always a treat.
I'm thrilled to be here, and I'm really, really glad. I'm very happy that so many people showed up. So many new faces, too.
Yeah, I agree. There's a lot of faces I haven't seen.
I feel like pool's growing in Northern California.
Pool is definitely, it has its place, but I definitely see a lot of new faces.
Yeah.
Good churn.
Well, that's comforting to know, because even for you, the faces are new, not just for me.
Right.
So I don't feel like, I'm out of touch completely. Nice draw from Tang. Have you ever played Tang?
I actually just warmed up with him this morning.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
Wow.
he's a fun character. I really enjoyed playing with him.
Yeah.
Ran out a few on me, but it's all good.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you got to like his spirit. He's really, he's been around the block. And played so many champions in his time.
One thing that he mentioned this morning, just even during practice, which is really true, is even during practice, he's like, you got to have fun. If you're not having fun, this isn't right. You got to have fun. You got to have some pressure, but you got to enjoy the game.
Yeah, that's those are words to live by. If you're not having fun playing this game, then you're in for just a whole lot of suffering. He's got to back cut this ball to a blind pocket. Should be okay. Yep,
What a great shot.
He's shooting straight.
Yeah, what a great shot.
Straight.
That's a tough one. What's he going to do here? Is he going to draw it back?
Yeah, he's pretty straight here. I think he's going to have to, Divish. He's pretty straight, unless, and then especially with the 7 where it is.
Right.
Yeah, so you don't want to be shooting on the wrong side of that 6 ball. He's going to draw it back, definitely. Very high probability of rattling this ball, too, the way you have to shoot it.
Oof.
Oh,
Just missed it.
he was way off, wasn't he?
This might be a
You think he's
game
still
for
having?
Jason.
Think he's still having fun?
I'm sure he is. Maybe not in moments, but overall he is.
yeah. I know he is too.
Everybody has those moments.
Here comes Jason. You know, it's really hard to pick a favorite between these two. I actually like them both so much. You know, they're both friends. I consider them both friends.
Apart from being friends, do you think you might favor one over the other? I have no idea what their Fargo ratings are individually, but
You know, let's take a look at their Fargo ratings.
Jason's like close to a 720.
I think Jason's like at 712 now.
Tango is 711.
Jason's a 709 versus Tang HOA's 711. So I think I'm gonna favor Tang. I'm gonna bet you a buck on Tang, dude.
I'll bet you a Slurpee, 711.
a Slurpee. Oh my goodness.
Because he's 711.
What? Oh,
Tang
711. Yeah, there you go. I'm just spying on Ernesto Dominguez right now. He's a 734. In the Fargo, he says.
Really close, huh?
But
According to
he
Fargo.
insists it's not in real life.
I disagree.
Tang HOA's actually standing up and watching this hit. I'm not really sure why. Do you?
No idea.
See why he's
No
standing
idea.
behind him?
Looks like it's probably game.
He's still got the same ting cue, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's had that for years.
Tink.
It bothers me more than it probably bothers him.
Yeah. I have to actually, you want to know something? I was just over at Tiger Products the other day,
Yeah.
and somebody brought in a cue with a phenolic insert for the joint,
Yeah.
the joint insert. It's a sleeve, you know, that goes into the joint. And it was making the exact same sound as Jason's.
Ah.
Now, there was
interesting.
nothing wrong with it,
Right.
but it wasn't phenolic. Actually, I thought it was phenolic.
Okay.
But Tony over at Tiger, he said the reason it might be making that sound is because it's not phenolic, it's G10. So maybe Jason's cue, because he's been playing with this cue that makes this god-awful sound for years.
Yeah,
right?
at least 10, maybe more.
And he's gotten a lot of slack for it too. Like he's been, you know,
But he doesn't care. He doesn't care
they've been
because
busting his balls over
Yeah.
this cue for years.
Yeah.
He's happy with it.
Right.
But it might be. Maybe he's got a G10 insert in there.
Could be.
G10 is harder than phenolic. It's
Now, does it ting because it?
because it's kind of like made of glass.
Ah.
A G10 has some glass
Properties.
properties to it. Yeah.
Got it.
Jason's signature Matador break.
That ball almost jumped in the corner pocket. Let's see. He's got a combo here to the 4. Is that the 4 down there? Looks like the 4, I think.
Yeah, it's the 4 ball. 2 to the 4.
Hard to tell. Really dark.
Yeah.
I try and run into the 3 or something like that, just to hold, maybe. Yep.
We saw Jason go hill with Dennis Orcollo a couple years ago.
I remember that. I was here watching. I was one of the rail birds, and I think Jason broke and ran out to the 9 or 10 ball. They
To
were
the
playing
10,
10 ball.
to the 10,
And it was a tough
missed
shot.
the 10.
It wasn't easy, but he left Dennis a pretty long, tough shot, and he just came up, jacked up, and drilled it.
Yeah.
I remember that.
That was a heartbreaker for Jason. I was
Yeah.
actually talking to him about that match today,
Yeah.
and he said that the biggest letdown of that day is that prior to that match with Dennis, he had beat Torsten Holman, and he thought he was done for the day.
Ah.
And Ken Schumann told him that they had pushed everything up and that they wanted him to play Dennis right away. So he was just thrown into that match.
Regardless, that's
regardless of and he was just
still,
decompressing from beating Torsten.
That's a great day for him.
And that's true, folks. I'm not lying. Jason beat Torsten Holman, and then he almost beat Dennis Arcolio. It was quite a day for him. But that match with Dennis is online. You can watch that on YouTube.
So Tang HOA misses a straight in shot, a draw, and that costs him, looks like, 2 games.
Yeah. Yeah, that 5-ball, huh?
Yeah, that draw on the 5. (3-1), still early in the match. Still plenty of time for anybody to do anything.
Yeah, for any real sweat to develop.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we saw Paul Silva was up 6-2 against Ernesto Dominguez, and Ernesto managed to fight his way back and win that set against Paul Silva.
That's fantastic. I was here when he was down 2-6 and he won the 3rd game, or his 3rd game.
Yeah.
So it was 3-6, and then I had to go play my match. That's great.
Well, it was fantastic for Ernesto, that's for sure. I'm not sure Paul.
I'm sure maybe for
there
viewers
he is
as well.
now. I'm not sure Paul was too thrilled about that.
Sorry, Paul. To all of us.
To all of us.
All
yes,
of us pool
it
players
has
have
happened
gone through
many times to all of us.
You have to go through it.
3-1.
Did he make a ball? I think he made it.
It looks dry so far.
I think he made one.
No, he
in
did
the
make
corner.
one. You're right. And here goes the 6. No.
He's gonna hang. So he's got a clear shot on the 1. The 2's all the way down here. That one's a tough one to get shape on. He's gonna have to come either underneath or somehow get shape on the 2-6 combo. Let's see.
Well, sometimes you can just be grateful that you have a shot on the next ball after the break. But you're right. He's going to have to do something good. I mean, you know, what's more important is that he's got control of the table after the break, and that's what you want. You don't want to give up control of the table to your opponent, ever.
Agreed. Let's see what he does to maintain the control. Oof. Still tough.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure Tang will even want to play this shot.
This is a tough one. You're going over the 9. There's not too many places you can play safe.
Well, that's true too. The safety is not it's not straightforward.
Yeah, it's not trivial. Like, if the 5 wasn't there, maybe you want to bring the 1, send the 1-3 rails behind the stack, possibly. But let's see.
He's gonna try to make this ball, I think, and just settle for whatever the table leaves him.
That's a good thought.
Because he can always play safety on the 2 ball. No, he decided to play safety right away.
Nice shot. What a great shot. Jason going towards his jump cue. I assume at this point he's just trying to make contact and maybe bring the 1 back. hit. Where does it end up?
Oh.
Ooh, nope.
No, he definitely, I think he figured he plays to make it, you know.
I see.
Plays to make it just because,
That's a thin cut, but yeah, why not?
I mean, what kind of a safety can you really play? You know, when you're jumping a ball 8 feet.
1-6. And you just have to make sure you're clear after that.
Yeah, whenever you're playing combo, it's real hard to make sure, though, isn't it? When
Yeah.
you're playing a combo.
Especially at this tough angle. Leaving yourself a clear shot.
You know you're letting the cue ball loose anyway because you're hitting the one thin. The 3 balls there.
The 8 ball's there to go too wide.
It's kind of a hit and hope.
Yeah, there you go.
Hit and hope. And
He's got a thin cut. It's doable.
look at what he did, though. He tied up the 3, it looks like, too.
I think it goes in the side in the corner, no?
Maybe the side, but I don't know about the corner. So I think Tang's trying to hit this nice and thin and wants to avoid the 5. So you, in a way, you're going to kind of overcut this ball.
I think it's thin enough where he should not hit the 5, but let's see. The speed is going to be important here.
Yeah, he killed the ball. That was a good shot. Look at the speed.
Wow, that's great. Good speed control. And we can't tell, but if he has shape on the 3, then it should be relatively easy shape.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think the 3 does pass.
Yeah.
And I think it goes to the corner.
Wow, what?
Well,
that was unexpected.
Well, he was putting reverse on that cue ball, which is when you're against the rail, it's difficult, you know.
Yeah.
It's
Very.
Even with those low deflection tools that you have, it's when you're hitting balls at a certain speed, there's
Right.
still adjustments that need to be made.
Yeah, a lot of variables creep in.
Yeah.
Looks like he might be going for a save here, behind the 8, possibly.
Yeah, just stun the ball and hit it up table a little.
Yep. Nice shot.
It's very nice. Very well played.
Two-railer looks obvious, but... Or no. I don't think you can see two-railer. That's one railer.
Is he trying to stiff it? And
I think so.
yeah, he did. He drew the ball off the rail, which curved the angle a little bit, shortened it.
What's your next stop, Daniel?
Next stop, we're doing a 3-cushion event, the Summer Shootout, May 27th. I think it's 27th, 22nd through 27th. Something like that.
Cool. Where's it at?
In Tucson, Arizona.
Very cool.
5,000 added. Brought to you by Casino del Sol and 3cushionusa.org.
Is that where it's at, Casino del Sol?
Yes. Yeah.
Whoa.
A little bit of love. A little bit of love.
The 3 looks clean on this
It
screen right
does.
here.
It does. Yeah.
4's the tricky one. Let's see what he does.
I tell you what. You want to know what I feel like? I mean, we've seen their Fargo ratings, 7.9 versus 7.11. You know.
Yeah.
This has the ingredients of action. You know what I mean? This type of matchup. This spells action to me. I think I want to stir the pot a little bit, maybe.
I imagine both of these guys are going to go pretty deep into the tournament, which I would hope at least means that they're both try and get some rest.
Well, one of them's going to lose this match,
Yep.
so that sends them.
Sure.
Puts them both on a different trajectory.
But this early on the loser side, they're probably going to cause some damage on the other side.
Right. But yeah,
there was no action here yesterday at all. Last night, Friday night, you would figure before a big tournament.
No, there was.
Who was playing?
Because after you left, because apparently when I showed up, I missed you by like 20 minutes.
Oh.
So they figured, oh, Division's gone. Now we can flip the coin.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Just waiting for me to leave.
Yeah, they were just waiting for you to leave, Division.
Good to know.
There was a lot of action here yesterday.
Was this later at night?
Yeah, it was later throughout the evening. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I left around here around 11.
Melvin was here. He played 2 guys. He played.
Yeah, that's the only table I saw with any major action. I mean, more than like 10, 20 bucks.
Yeah. What's his
name?
Seamus. He was here.
Deo showed up right as I was leaving.
Deo was here.
I don't know if he got into any action. Whoa.
Oh,
what?
wow.
Was he playing that?
He was.
Yeah.
He was playing it.
Wow.
That was a good shot.
That was a great shot. I mean, it went straight at the 9.
Very controlled.
Yeah.
Very difficult to. I mean, the 9 was not really close to the corner pocket. I think he was playing like a combo as well, hoping the combo would go. But he's looking at that 9 ball more than anything. Just like that, it's 4-1, and it's only 36 minutes in.
The pace seems on par with Tang HOA speed.
Yeah, and I've noticed Jason even has a tendency to slow down when he knows that he needs to bear down.
Yeah.
And you're playing Tang HOA, you do have to bear down.
And those are skills that you pick up along the way as you grow. When to slow down, when to pick up pace.
Yeah. So if you guys are just joining us, this is Daniel. You're watching POVPOOL on our YouTube channel, POVPOOL. Please check us out at POVPOOL.com. Give us a thumbs up if you're enjoying this match. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and subscribe so that when we do future broadcasts, you'll get a notification. When we do upload some of your favorite matches, you'll get a notification as well. I'm sitting here with Divish Babu, and he's a local player from the Fremont area. You actually have a table at home too, don't you?
Yeah, it's in the garage, and I try and use it whenever I can, whenever I'm not busy with the family. So it helps.
Not for folding laundry though.
Yeah, that's a strict no-no. Nothing goes on there. I've told everybody, nothing goes on the table ever.
Good.
It is not furniture.
That's a nice break.
And also for everybody, feel free to share this on your social media, Facebook, Instagram. I don't know if videos are shareable, but wherever you think pool players would be interested in watching something like this, share it amongst your friends.
Yeah, I just want to remind everybody watching too. This is the last spot that is officially being given out for the U.S. Open qualifying events. I think they probably had 23 of them, 24 of them in total, and you're watching the last one. So next week, the U.S. Open 9-ball competition starts in Las Vegas at the Mandalay Bay Resort Casino.
If I remember correctly, there was a bit of a gap between the last one and this one. Is that correct?
Yes, because Matchroom Pool, Matchroom Sport, Multisport, they purchased the rights to
the U.S. Open
to host and own the U.S. Open.
Yeah.
After the passing of Barry Berman, and so they took a year off, and they've called you for a match.
Yes, gotta go take care of business. Thanks everybody for listening, and I'll see you maybe sometime later. Thanks everybody.
Thanks, Divish. Good luck in your match, Divish Babu. So yeah, Matador Multisport U.S. Open 9-Ball Championship at the Mandalay Bay is the 43rd annual U.S. Open 9-Ball Championship, and it's going to start on April 21st until Friday, April 26th. It's a 5-day event. Matchroom Sport acquired full ownership of the U.S. Open 9-Ball Championships in an agreement with the Berman family, the Berman estate. And the prize fund is set at a guaranteed $300,000. The biggest ever for the U.S. Open event, and probably one of the biggest for any tournament in the United States. Want to thank Barry Hearn, who says that he is delighted that we're partnering with the Mandalay Bay and delivering this new era for the U.S. Open 9-Ball Championship. It's going to be a must-see event for every pool fan in America, and we also hope to bring new fans into the game. So I hope to speak on behalf of myself and Chris Swart, all the people involved with this particular event, that we're very proud to be handing out the last qualifying spot for what is going to be America's most prestigious billiard tournament, which has been relaunched by Matchroom Multisport with a record-breaking prize fund. What a nice shot, and the cue ball lives on. Only thing is, Tang, now what? Looks like he's gonna have to kick this 3-ball. A lot of people have been asking about the streaming for the U.S. Open event, and unfortunately, there's really nobody that knows. We don't really know what format or what platform is going to be used for people to watch the coverage of the U.S. Open 9-Ball. It's all being kind of like kept under the rug till the last minute, but I'm going to assume we're going to find it for free on Facebook at some point. That's my guess. That's my guess. So Tang HOA kicked at the 3. He kind of bunted it out into the open, but Jason's now faced with the choice. I think he might be able to bank to the corner pocket without hitting that 9-ball. The 3-ball looks like it passes the 9 to the corner directly below it, but that's a tough cut. And you're coming in contact with the 7 if you play that shot. Sometimes it's best to just play the smart shot instead of the gunslinger. Jason tried to bank, which was reasonable. He held good shape for the 5. And he's opened the door for Tang slightly. Tang's got difficult shot here, but if he can bear down and cut this 3 in, he will have a chance to narrow Jason's lead. Plays a great shot. That's a good shot. Speed's okay. Looks pretty straightforward here. Just go back and forth here. Two rails back and forth. It's okay if he hits a third rail. Wow, now look how straight he is here, though. Kind of wanted to hit that third rail now. He's really straight. I think the best shot here would just be to stop the ball. Just hit this smooth and straight. Don't do anything crazy here, and don't hit it too hard, whatever you do, Tang Ho. A little bit of stun run, but that's okay. I think Tang can still recover from position. That's part of what separates good pool players from great pool players, is the ability to adjust and regroup and always rethink when needed. He knows he's got to go for an extension here, because this is a long way for Tang to reach. And there you go. That 14-inch extension sure comes in handy sometimes. 4-2. Tang's fighting back. Notice now, folks, the 9 ball is racked on the spot. In keeping with Matchroom Multisport WPA rules for most events, like the Mosconi Cup and the US Open 9 ball, which is going to be their first year providing coverage. Revamping the event in its 43rd year. This makes the break a little bit more difficult for those who are not used to breaking with the 9 on the spot. But, you know, a couple of amateurs actually pointed out to me yesterday that it actually makes it easier for the pros, because the pros are the ones that know how to break like this. So it's an interesting perspective if you think about it. You know, we change these rules sometimes to even the playing field, but in some sense of the word, when you give pros enough time to practice in such a way, it actually gives an edge to the pros. Interesting perspective. So it looks like the 8-ball went down. Not really sure what Tang's going to do with this 1-ball, which looks to be almost frozen to the rail. Is he going to play aggressive? He doesn't have to. He can play the cue ball down toward the 3. Might play a good safety here. Doesn't have to play aggressive. Oh my goodness. He didn't hit it hard enough, I don't think. Or he didn't hit it thin enough. Tang HOA actually walked away from the table saying, wow. Almost surprised that he didn't play a successful safety. Goodness gracious, not only a fumble, but a scratch to boot. So that's the kind of turnover you want coming your way, is ball in hand. Tang's going to take a quick break. I'm going to remind you guys also that we do have online brackets available at CompuSport. Click on the link in the description of this video. You'll find out everybody who's in this tournament. I want to thank the love of my life, Geraldine. She is working her butt off today. She's the tournament director. Speak of the devil herself, that is her voice over the mic. She's calling the next match to the table. Geraldine Thibodeau, who usually helps me in the background, doing other marketing and promotions tasks. So if you want to help us, please hit the like button, and please definitely share this video. Copy the link and paste it to your Facebook page so that we can get more people watching this qualifying event for the U.S. Open. Pool is cool here in the Bay Area. All over the country, all over the world, we're seeing pool grow in its own special way. Up here in the Bay Area, we've got a junior league that was started by Emmeline Collado with help from Eleanor Collado, with the support of Edgy's Billiards and California Billiards. They have been hosting the juniors, which I think has now, it started with a small group of around 8 players, and I think it's grown to about 25. We've got a group of juniors that have grown from a group of 20 to almost 75 kids in the Inland Empire, headed up by Steve Strange. There goes Jay Miles in our chat room. He keeps busy in the Sacramento area running charity events. Pool is cool and it's growing. And we're all doing our part. To promote the game. What we put into it is what we get out of it, folks. This event had 104 players. We were open to 128, and 30 of them showed up this morning to pay their entries, and we didn't even know they were coming in. So huge surprise to us. Jay Miles, he's got another event. He's got an event coming up 18th of May at Hard Times in Sacramento. All right, guys, we're back. Tang HOA now. Scores 4-2. We're race to 8. This is a great chance for Tang.
Daniel, your food is ready. Your chicken quesadilla is ready. Daniel.
When you're down 4 games to 1, you can only hope for layouts like this. He'd like to get nice and straight on this 4-ball. So this is not the easiest shot because you kind of have to spin the ball more than you would roll the ball. Spin more than roll. Oh, he's going up to the other side of the 4. I did not expect that. Very nice. Took the dog for a walk down the lane. Wow. Really good use of real estate on the table here. Really just playing natural angle and excellent use of finesse. Tang didn't come here with Terrence Lee. Just to be put out without a fight. So he's going to do what he can to remind Jason who he is. Uh-oh. Oh, no. No. He's gonna smile there. Watch. He's gonna smile. He always does. He's gonna make a silly comment now. I told. I told you. I told you. That's how he blows off his steam. He always makes a little comment on his own shooting. Whenever he gets a little tense situation, he'll always blow off a little steam and make a little joke of his own game. That's adrenaline. That's what happens. You get so close to the finish line in a rack or in a match, we tend to do things that we don't necessarily want to do, but the adrenaline makes us do it. Looks dry. Jason.
Rice, your food is ready. Rice.
Jason just took a run for that ball, but well, I don't know. He played a kick safe. He really didn't have much. I want to say hi to all you guys watching too. Dennis Bellick, Mookie. Although Mookie's not happy with everything we say on this live stream. Kev In, Dennis Bellick, Bobo Schmidt, Jonathan Edwards, Steve Wagner, Sargasm, Jay Miles. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you're able to leave a comment in the chat room, feel free. Let us know where you're watching from, and I'll give you a shout out. Tell us your home room, and I'll give them a little props too. How about that? Hashtag POVPOOL. Thanks a lot, everybody. It's looking good for Tang, who wants to tie this up quick and move on to the next rack. But you know, you got to stay in the moment. You can't get ahead of yourself in this game. One shot at a time. It's the only way you can win. Ah, yeah. Leroy Jenkins from Winnemucca, Nevada. He's rooting for Homero Esquivel, who's also friends with Bill Silvera. Shooting out of Keys Pool Hall. Thanks for tuning in, Leroy. Sargasm. Watching from Long Beach, California, waiting for some hard times action. And Dennis Billick from Toronto, Canada says, great stream. Thanks. Colin watching from Chilliwack, BC. No pool hall here, but he's got a back room sort of place with diamonds. That works for me. No, Leroy. Billy Silvera is not here. Not here. Pool 365 out of Boston, Massachusetts. Shoots out of Amazing Billiards. That's Mason Shuney's room in Malden, Mass, I believe. Pool 365. That's a great name, actually. Tang HOA. Tang HOA just takes his time there. He goes to get a sip of water. You know, you can't just take these easy-looking 9-balls for granted. Bobo Schmidt says, Bullshooters, Phoenix. Thank you, Bobo. I've been watching the John Schmidt 526 attempts taking place at Bullshooters. I saw him run like 340 the other day, a few days ago. Boy, that's got to be frustrating. You get that far in a run to 526 balls, and he scratched. I think he scratched. He jammed the cue ball into the pack off the break shot, and he force followed the cue ball into the corner pocket. Steve Wagner shoots out of Paradise, Pennsylvania, at a place called The Gap, the VFW Gap. Hope you guys all remember now that the U.S. Open's next week, and you're all tuning in to the U.S. Open when it comes on. Yeah, 390. 390. John Schmidt ran 390 balls and scratched. I tell you, man, he's inspiring me, bro. I'm gonna have to. You know, I haven't been playing much lately, but I really feel like trying this 526 to see what I can do. You know. It's inspiring to see a guy. He's been trying this for months. I think my high run's like 67. But you know what? I want to do it just to improve my own high run. I think we should all, you know. That's what John's doing. He's setting an example of what we should be doing. We should be aspiring to greatness. John's goal is to shoot over 526, which is the world record held by Willie Mosconi, I think in 1961. And I think that John, by doing this and doing so, he should inspire all of us to break our own personal bests, or even set our own goals to break our own personal best in pool. Pool 365 says, thanks, Daniel. I'm starting a Q Sports broadcast of my own to cover the lesser-known New England pool scene. You've been my inspiration. Any tips on getting gigs, streaming? Man, just show up with a camera and just tell them you want to stream. That's how I started. I just went up to Hard Times and said, bro, I'm a regular customer. Let me try this. But then again, I also I have guys like Justin Collett to thank, and Andy Chen to thank, and also you know, all of those who were there before me. AccuStats, Pat Fleming, Danny Diliberto, and Billy and Cardona for inspiring me. Just follow your heart. That's it. That's my advice. Do what you love. Whether it's playing pool, providing pool coverage, do what you love. The rest will follow. Adam Kroll says, what up, my brother? Tell me, Swartz. I said, wash. Whatever that means. Tell Swartz I said, wash. Wasa. Oh, wasa. All right. Back to this now. Jason and Tang are neck and neck. It's 4-4. Race to 8. I hope you guys don't mind me taking liberties and, you know, with the little chit-chat during this match. We have a lot of matches to go, a long weekend ahead.
Mike, your salad is ready. Mike, your salad is ready.
So,
Mike with a steak salad.
not everything is going to be, you know, there's ups and downs in every day in a pool tournament. Looks like he's gonna shoot at Tang's head. Rail first. believe there's a lot of other streams going on today too. You know, when I started streaming, it was like me and 3 other dudes in the country would be streaming. Now it's like me and 19 other dudes and gals too. Like, you know, a lot of people taking up streaming. I really like Jason's his focus, his just I think he's focused a lot more these days. He appears to play a lot more clear-headed than I've known him to play. I've known him now almost 6-7 years. And he seems to be a lot more level-headed. This is a very good shot. You don't want to be dead straight on this, though. There you go. What's a little angle now? I don't know, though, if that 9 is frozen. These shots just are weird. You just have to roll this. Use the weight of the ball. Pocket speed. Yeah. Good shot. Good shot. Adam Kroll, Big Time Threads. Haven't seen you for a while, buddy. Adam Kroll and Big Time Threads. They make all the merchandise for California Billiards. By the way, you can go to CaliforniaBilliards.com, and I believe they have an online store, which is worth mentioning because let's see. This page has no products to show at the moment. What? I look to my left and I see a rack full of T-shirts. You've got to get a California Billiards T-shirt, folks. My goodness. You know what you should do, guys and gals, is you should visit their website, go to their contact page, and demand to see some photos of their T-shirts. They'll happily take your PayPal. And I'm telling you, this is one of the greatest pool halls in the country. I'm not lying. If not the best pool hall in the country. Once they get their website updated, then they'll be the best. All right, this is not a pretty table. I think we're going to see a couple of exchanges here in this game. We'll score update, folks. It is 5-4. Jason Williams in the lead. Tang's going to leave a wide open shot. Which is not, you know, not without too much consequence, because to run this out from here would be something special indeed, because I don't see a lot of opportunity here in this rack. Look at this shot. Oh no. That was an unexpected reward for Jason, missing that 2-ball. I get around. AC Henry asks, what do you think are the best, what do you mean by SY? SY. 3 pool halls in the West. Before I tell you what I think my 3 best pool halls in the West are, just let me know what the SY is supposed to. Was that just a typo? The bestie? Yeah. The best, say, 3 pool halls in the West. Well, I'm going to say California Billiards, my favorite. My goodness, you're really making me, this is a big reveal. Best 3 pool halls in the West. I'm going to say my favorite's California Billiards, but I'm not going to tell you the other 2. Sorry. Not going to go that far. In the West, well, Phoenix is the Southwest, yeah. Freezers is a great pool hall. I like bull shooters too. See, that's the thing. Is like, you know, it doesn't. You know, there's a lot of elements to make a pool hall great, and it's not just, you know, the high pro glow, the perfect tables. You know, sometimes it has to do with the amount of action that's there, or the staff that work there. Whether or not you got a good houseman. I think a houseman is often forgotten at a pool hall. The traditional houseman has always been an integral part of running a successful pool hall. If you don't have a good houseman, you're already in trouble. I mean, and I don't mean just house man, I mean house person. Let's keep it politically correct. Pricing, yeah, that has something to do with it. Security, you know. You're worried about your car every time you go there, you know. Well, Jason's. I think he was trying to develop that 8-ball, and I don't think he drew it enough. He was just trying to. He was trying to push the 8-ball toward the side pocket, which is a common shot to develop that ball. But he can bank this. He can bank this 8 to the side pocket. It's a back bank. You know, it's funny, when I first went to not bull shooters, but Pool Sharks in Vegas. The first time I ever went there, that was like my favorite pool hall for like 2 weeks. Yeah, I mean, I think you got to go for this shot. Oh, he went for the other corner.
Chris, your food is ready, Chris.
I don't know what he's doing. If he's oh, he's playing like a 4-rail safety. Needs to get there. That's an old Efren shot. That's an Efren safety right there. That's a 4-rail around the table safety, and well executed for what he had, but just a real tough shot because it was not ideal to play that shot. He was kind of pushing the envelope, but he has left Jason tough. I mean, this is not straightforward. You know, you have to really be a rock star to make this ball and get shape on the 9. He's going to draw it back. I mean, it looks easy to some players, but it's not an easy shot. He's going to have to dig in and get good draw on this. And then again, not too much draw. Very difficult. Wow. And that's what makes him a 7-11. Or is it a 709? Yeah, it's a 709.
Jessica, Sky, DJ, Coda, please get your score sheet.
Nice shot, Jason Williams, who now has a 2-game lead against Tang HOA. What a shot. What a shot. We got action at California Billiards, Fremont, California. My favorite pool hall. 40510 Albrea Street in Fremont, California. Visit us at CaliforniaBilliards.com. And if you are looking to host an event, you might want to get a hold of the owners here and talk to them. Or you can just send me an email. I'll put in a good word for you. POVPOOL also, we always accept donations. If you ever want to donate to POVPOOL, you can visit POVPOOL.com, click on the donate button on our website, or you can send a donation to POVPOOL via PayPal, povpool@gmail.com. Scratch on the break. Here comes Tang HOA. If you give me a minute, I'll be right back. This just in, Justin Marks ran a 4-pack to finish his match against Question Mark. Hey. All right. Jason now looking at a jump shot. 4-ball to the side. Missed it. The ball double hopped over the 4. Four-pack. Justin Marks, he ran a 4-pack against Taylor Jones. Must have broken his heart, man. I don't know which table. You'll have to ask him. Well, this is a good chance for Tang. That's my wife's. That's my wife's. We're good. Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thank you. Sargasm in the chat room. He says, I would love to see no jumps. Well, we wanted to abide by the U.S. Open rules as best as we could, and we know that jumping is a part of the game and a lot of professional tournament play. Nice shot, Tang HOA. He's in Tang HOA position. However, I will note that Chris Swart, who's the owner of California Billiards here, generally enforces a no jump cue rule in his 9-ball competitions here at California Billiards. Tang is going to close the gap by 1 game. Six to 5. Jason Williams leads. AC Henry says, if I owned a room, I'd outlaw the jump cues too. They damage the cloth and cause much more rapid wear. Yeah, that's true. That's true. You know, I've seen people just at pool halls, you know, oh, let me try your jump cue, right? I mean, how many times a week or a month are you going to see that happen? Especially with the rise of jump cues. You got this guy selling this jump cue, this guy selling that jump cue. You know, oh, let me try your jump cue. I want to see what this jump cue is like. What's this jump cue like? Yeah, let me try your jump cue. Jason just looked over. He says, I'd sell you my jump cue. I'll trade it for 2 sodas and a pack of smokes right now. He says that on the heels of the last 2 jumps he's played. He's not thrilled. But he is still ahead 1 game, so you know, this is a tight match. These are tightly matched players. Jason's a 709 versus Tang, a 711.
Lauren, your grilled cheese sandwich is ready. Lauren, your grilled cheese sandwich is ready.
Lauren, your grilled cheese sandwich is ready. That's kind of like how I feel today. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Kojak in the subway.
Naomi Collado down, Baruti, 26-40.
Well, things are looking hopeful for Tang. This layout's pretty good. You got all the balls down table. So you don't have to do anything particularly crazy with the cue ball to run these out. Just make sure you're on the right side of the ball whenever you need to be, which is always. What's up, Eddie Cohen? Master cue maker himself, Eddie Cohen, even came to this event. Would you like an Altoid?
And I won my first 2 matches.
And he said he had just won his first 2 matches. Wow. Congratulations. Oh, yeah, please. I didn't even think about that. I'm sorry, dude. Little hold-up English. Always gets the job done. Tang looks like he's about ready to tie this match up, 6-6. Yowzer. All right. It's now a race to 2 between these guys. Place your bets. What's up, man? How you been? Long time no see. Doing good? All right, man. Positive vibes, man. Okay. Here comes Tang. Looks like balls want to go, but they're not going. Hey, Taylor. It's 6-6. So Tang reluctantly goes back to his chair. This match now, an hour and 38 minutes. Boy, I tell you what, that's like a feature-length film. If these guys match up, they better bet high because the table time ain't going to be cheap. Swing and a miss, but he's in great shape anyway. Shot it bad and still comes up smelling like a rose. That's how 9-ball is sometimes. Looks like he's back cutting at the 2. Played a good shot. After a lucky shot like that, you know, at this point it's all about redemption, and you have to kind of take your luck as it comes, but from here you still have to earn it. Looks like look, Jason may have to jump this ball. You know, it's strange. I gotta be careful not to talk too loud because he might hear me, but a shot like that, I wouldn't even use the jump cue. I could jump that ball with my playing cue. You're only jumping maybe a half, if not a quarter, of the ball. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, it's still the appropriate tool to use, but do you need to use it? I know what Earl Strickland would say about that.
Jeff Suziyama and Ian Lockbar, please come get your score sheet.
Oh, no. Wow. Wow. Totally unforced error there by Jason. boy, I bet Jason is feeling this. I bet it stings. Wow, that's like stepping on glass and then stepping in alcohol.
I'll see you in the gym.
Okay. Oh, yeah, for Cole Dixon.
I'll play that one.
Wait, did you play this one?
No, 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 no.
Oh,
I'm here to
with
let
you
my
just here for
opponent-
action.
Yes, sir.
Okay. See you. Have a good one. All right. So this is important rack for Tang. This is a first match for Jason Williams, who he had a bye in the first round. Tang HOA played his first match earlier this morning, and I think he won pretty quickly. I didn't see who he played. You can check the bracket. I can check right now too, because I got CompuSport. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's weird. Did they both get a bye? Tang missed. No, he played No, Vietnamese player. But Jason got a bye, so this is Jason's first match. Anyway, my point being is, these are two strong contenders for this particular tournament. There are also two, how should I say this, two very passionate pool players that really want to play in this U.S. Open event this year. And the loser of this match is gonna have to take the scenic route on the one-loss side. So early in their tournament life makes it very difficult for a field this size for the person who has to come from the one loss to hopefully come back for a chance in the finals. So. These are two players that I look up to. And I don't want to see anybody lose, but that's what happens. And that's kind of the tough part about pool and pool tournaments. Is we may have a lot of heroes in this game, but our heroes do not always win. Wow, Jason played that shot with a lot of hold up, a lot of reverse English, and he ended up almost dead straight on this 4-ball. He's against the rail. What makes this shot very difficult is he's going to play a follow shot, come back so that he can get kind of straight on the 5. You got to be careful though. Got to execute this well. Which he did. Looks like he's okay on the 6. And just like that, it looks like it's turning around for Jason.
Please come get your score sheet.
He's a little offline here, a little out of line on the 7. He's going to think this through. He may actually play. He may play to the short side of the 8 here, or play to the play for the short side of the 8 to play to the corner pocket. Makes it hard. Another thing he can do is play this almost so soft that he can play for the opposite corner, the top left corner. Oh, what's he doing? He's putting some stroke into this. He's stroking it. Wow, he came around. Wow, he thread the needle there. That was a good shot. Very good shot. Huge sigh of relief coming from Jason. Or a subtle one. Subtle sigh of relief. And there you have it. What? Oh my God, we've made a score error.
Gene, Beaumont, Eric, Harada, table 12, please come get your score sheet.
Jason's on the hill. It was 6-6. Where did we go wrong? I could have sworn it was 7-6. Okay, my bad, folks. Seven to 6. How did that happen? It's 7-7. Oh, okay. Tango in the last game. Hill, right? Oh, okay. So I counted Tang's game. I counted onto Jason's score. Sorry about that, guys. It's Hill, ladies and gentlemen. Place your bets. I'd like to thank you guys for tuning in and remind you that we'll have matches all day. Not quite sure who we have booked next on this table because of the frequency. Like as you can hear, we have matches being called out almost every 5 minutes. So it's very difficult for us to book a table at a certain time. At least in these first few rounds. And then when we get to the one-loss side, it's going to be even more mayhem. It's going to be a late night tonight, folks. So let's all pace ourselves. Hip thrust that like button. Very nice shot. Got you nervous. I don't always see Ernesto sweating the match like
Hill, hill. I like it.
he likes getting. He's Ernesto's watching. He's actually getting excited watching this, because it's a hill match. He likes it. I like it too. We got hill going on. Yeah, he Sargasm says, "Wow, monster break." Yeah, you're right.
Fidel Coloma
Looks like he's
with a
banking
card.
this.
Please come with your score sheet.
Fumble, fumble.
Now he got to play win the billiards.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Ernesto just called it out. He's probably gonna end up playing a billiard on the 5. He still needs position for it, but looks pretty straightforward. That would be the plan. Adam Davis says, "It's over." How do you know? How do you know it's over? Do you really know it? You never know it until it's over. It's never over till the fat lady sings. Felix Veron says, "Go Tang." This is not. It's not simple. This is not simple, but one of the experts on our panel, Ernesto, he says it can still go. He can still make it. He can still make it.
He reached the 9 now. He has to stroke the ball nice.
He has to stroke the ball nice, he says. But look, he's extended. He's overextended.
Was pretty easy, but
I see. Yeah, yeah,
take too much ball.
he's stretching too much. Yeah, stretching too much.
To roll it.
Yeah, yeah. He has to. Yeah, he has to roll this ball. Ernesto says he's gonna roll it. Vince the Kid says time for a safety. Adam Davis says tricky.
Because even if he misses, he still plays safe when he rolls it.
Yeah, yeah. Even if he misses, he still plays safe to roll. That's true. That's what you want to do. You want to leave your cue ball just up, tied up against the end rail. This is no easy task, but he's right. Ernesto's right. You roll this, just pocket speed, and if you miss, you'll most likely end up safe. Like so. Yeah, exactly. Beautiful. That's actually very good execution. That's exactly how you're supposed to play that shot. You're supposed to miss it safe. Felix says, well, I can't say this wasn't close and exciting going back and forth. Glenn AC, he says, you were right, Adam. Oh, wait, never mind. Yeah, wasn't Adam the one that said it's over? It's never over till it's over. 3 rail?
No, the 7 ball is right there. bottom scratch
Yeah.
and go to play safe down. The only thing you have to do is hit it.
Just hit it. Yeah, Ernesto says, I think he's going to kick this as though he was going to scratch. But it looks like he want to play 2 rails.
He's so down.
That if he plays that 2 rails, he's probably going to sell out.
That's all. And they go to hit. He not going to leave nothing.
Yeah, yeah. I like the billiard where you just hit to scratch, but hit the 5 first. Yeah. Yeah, which is a safety. Yeah. I like that too. I like 1 rail. Just you kind of fram the 5 into the rail, and the cue ball goes safe. But I think Tang looks like he's playing 2 rail kick, which is harder. Oh my God! You see how much harder that is?
I never shoot out.
It's too hard. It's too hard.
Even if you make it, the cue will go to a scratch.
Yeah, it's true. Even if you do make that shot, you can scratch in the side. Maybe you don't get positioned. There's a lot of bad things happen when you shoot that shot.
Wedge the cue ball in between the pocket and the 5 like 1 pocket shot.
Vince the Kid says if Tank would have played safe the first time he had a shot on the 5, he would have already won. AC Henry says you don't have to like that shot that Tank just played, but you gotta make it. All right, that's it. Jason Williams defeats Tang Ho in an exciting hill battle, neck and neck all the way, 8 games to 7. And so Tang Ho will go to the scenic route, and Jason Williams stays on the winner's side in his first match of this event after enjoying a bye round. So he's already 2 rounds in with only 1 match under his belt. Jason Williams. I'm going to buy him a couple sodas, and he's going to give me his jump cue in return. Thanks a lot, everybody. We'll be right back. We got another match coming very shortly. Don't go anywhere. We got more action right here on POV Pool. Please hit the like button and share. Do your part to promote pool and hit that share button. Thanks a lot, everyone.